Hello again and welcome to Inside Cowboy Basketball with Cowboy head coach Alan Edwards. Great to have you along, and well, a lot to talk about here. The Cowboys almost to the midpoint of their conference season, still a little early, but a couple of games last week for the Cowboys. Got a big win right here at home against San Jose State, and then there was on to Boise State. But Coach, let's talk about that San Jose State game. That was a much needed, hard fought, and I thought the Cowboys finally got rewarded for their hard work this season.
Well, yeah, I mean, again, with our guys and just their energy and effort and what they bring to the table every day from a practice standpoint, and then having it carry over to the game, and like you said, to come away with the win, I just thought that was probably one of our better outputs in the sense of a complete game. You know, we're always talking about 40 minutes, and I thought we did a great job defending them as well. But at the same time, I thought we understood our pace better on the offensive end of the floor and understanding when we didn't want to shoot the basketball.
Yeah, and you know the Cowboys have had to rely on Justin James so much, but I thought in the San Jose State game, this was really a team effort. Everybody got involved in this one.
I mean, I complimented Justin all year just on how he's approached this season and being a leader, but also a facilitator to these guys. But I thought Trace Young did a great job defensively in the second half with his energy and his effort. I thought A.J. Banks, who's had to play 40 minutes quite a bit this year, was tremendous in guarding their best player and taking him out. But like you said, I can kind of go down the list of guys that did a great job that night. Hunter Thompson made some big shots as well. So like you said, it was a complete team effort.
It really is amazing how Justin James has led this team, I think, Coach. I think you've got a bunch of leaders, but he's the guy that everybody looks up to, and he really has done a great job of taking on that role. Yeah,
well, again, I think that's where he's grown. I think that's where the process of trying the NBA waters has helped him to understand that at the end of the day, if he has an opportunity to play at that level, then he has to learn how to play with other guys rather than just being a scorer. And I thought he developed that this year, as well as becoming a better defender and rebounding the basketball.
It was a much-needed win, wasn't it? I mean, the Cowboys have played so hard, worked so hard through all this adversity. To finally be rewarded, I thought was huge.
Yeah, again, and like I always tell our guys, this is the hand that we've been dealt.
Yeah.
And this shows a lot of character about what we're trying to do, because our guys come to practice with the right energy and they continue to work hard, and every game they come out and continue to compete.
Yeah, well, big game coming up this week, just one game this week. We'll talk more about that coming up next. We have a special feature coming up next as well. Stay with us, more to come on Inside Cowboy Basketball with head coach Alan Edwards. We're back right after this.
It's times like these when you've got to stay centered. The 2018 Nissan Rogue with available Pro Pilot Assist that can help keep you centered in your lane. Experience it only at your local Nissan store. Now the most exciting tech you own is in your driveway.
Get to Nissan, proud supporter of college athletics.
If keeping your work site on time, on budget, and onto the next job is keeping you up at night, you need to wake up to Komatsu. Our machines are designed for production, uptime, and savings. We are more than just iron. We are giving you a technology to move more material in less passes, start sooner, finish faster, and burn less fuel. We are solving problems before you had them. So stop doing what you've always done. The only thing that's going to keep you up at night is wondering why you didn't do it sooner. Discover the job site of your future. Komatsu.
Earn your University of Wyoming degree at a distance. UW offers undergraduate and graduate degrees through distance technology. Learn more at uwyo.edu/distance.
Welcome back to Inside Cowboy Basketball with head coach Alan Edwards. You know, there are a trio of young Cowboys on this basketball team that hail from the big city of Pine Bluffs, Wyoming, that are having such a big say in what's going on, contributing so much to Cowboy basketball. Of course, we know about Hunter Thompson, Hayes Fornstrom, Chris Fornstrom. Those are the three. Let's learn a little bit more about those three Wyoming Cowboys.
We've known each other, since we we were like babies because we all come from the same town. Our parents are really good friends. They're always hanging out like after basketball games.
I've known Chris and Hayes since well before preschool. Our families have always been together, and we've always been together from pretty much day one, I believe.
You know, I've played basketball with both of them since second grade, and you know, it's always just kind of been a dream for Hunter, I know, to come play not just college basketball, but at the University of Wyoming. And Hayes always wanted to go play a sport, and so getting him here and even on the basketball team with Hunter, that was great. So just to be able to be a part of this, it's a really great opportunity for me. I think I enjoy getting to hang out with those two every day, learning more about basketball, and you know, just keeping that same connection that I've had with people I've known my whole life and have grown up around the game with.
In high school, I didn't think I was going to be playing basketball very much, let alone I was going to play basketball here. And then Chris being the manager, it's pretty crazy just to have the three of us, you know, down there on the floor during practice and everything. It's pretty fun.
Thompson, feed the hot hand. He's got 14 now.
Having those two along with me on this journey keeps me grounded. It reminds me where I'm from, and it doesn't, no matter how bad my failure is or how great the highs are, I always see them two still giving me the same support and the same support that we get from Pine Bluffs.
You know, we go back to town on weekends sometimes, and it's like, hey, congrats, you know, it's way cool that you, Hunter, and Chris are all on the same team. It's, you know, we have our principal, he tweets every time he comes up. He takes pictures of all of us together, and he's like, you know, former Hornets all together back again. You know, it's pretty cool, and everybody recognizes it. So it's pretty cool when we go back home and everybody's all cool about it.
It's definitely a different role for me to play, but I've always been excited about Hunter and Hayes' success since I was little. So, you know, seeing them achieve at this even higher level, it's awesome for me. I have just as much fun doing this than, you know, winning games with them. I think they still make sure I'm part of the team, and they both do a really good job including me with everything. And I've had a great experience with it so far. We
always talked about it, but I never thought we would ever given the opportunity to play college basketball together. So it's definitely, it's almost like my dream coming true and then seeing his dream coming true, and it's awesome to see.
Coach Edwards had mentioned to me before that he wanted Hayes, but it just wasn't the right time. And so I figured by now it really was the right time, and I don't know, it's been a different road for all three of us to get here for sure, but I think the road came together really nicely, and I think we're all having a blast doing it.
Hayes Fornstrom, the walk-on, walking to the line, looking for the three-point play.
It's been pretty wild. I think I had a lot of influence in the summer to go play football here. They talked to me quite a bit, so, you know, Chris being on the team, being a manager, he said, you know, the guys started going down. He's like, hey dude, you should really go try and just talk to coach and, you know, come help out. After football was done, I kind of started thinking about it more and more, and it kind of just totally turned my head and was like, you know, go try it, you might as well while you're here, and you can do it right now. So,
you know, all those little moments that I see throughout the games, they all just kind of remind me of games I've played with them before. We've made a lot of memories over the years, and you know, Hunter's threes last night, and when he went 7 for 8 in Texas, it reminded me of when he hit 6 threes in the first quarter against Kimball, Nebraska. So all those little things that he does, or when he got his first dunk in college, it reminded me of 7th grade when he got his first dunk in a town team tournament. So it's all those just little moments, and hearing the crowd cheer, it just all brings you back, and it makes you kind of know why you're doing it.
We just want to do Pine Bluffs right, because they've shown us everything we need to do when we were going through our lives, and I think we have a big chip on our shoulder that we are from Pine Bluffs, and we want to represent Pine Bluffs the right way.
Pine Bluffs, Wyoming has contributed a lot. Those 3 Cowboys have contributed a lot here to Cowboy basketball. All 3 of them, Coach, have a big say in what's going on now with Cowboy basketball.
Well, definitely, and it's always good that you find scenarios or situations like this, but Hunter Thompson is obviously going to be a tremendous player, not only for the Cowboys, but even for this league. And then just having Hayes come over from football to walk on, and given the scenario that we were placed in, has done a great job. I think Coach Bowl has done a great job with him, because he's come in and has worked his tail off to fit into what we're doing. And then Chris is one of our managers. And again, you know, one of the things I did this year was invite the whole managerial staff over to my house and just sat down and have dinner with them. And they're just as much of a part of this program as our players. So to have those three with the connection that they have is tremendous for our program.
It really is, isn't it? Well, next up for the Cowboys, a Wednesday nighter against Fresno State right here in the beautiful Arena Auditorium. And there's a pretty good basketball team right there. Well, what else is new? This is a tough league, and here's one of the better teams in the league.
Well, you know what? I think Coach Justin has done a great job taking over the program after Rodney Terry left on the UTEP. And they've had a great start, pre-conference season and also in conference. And they're playing with a little bit more mustard, to be honest with you, a little bit more freedom offensively, getting out, getting after you defensively, and they're balanced. You know, they have some really good talent on the perimeter, and then I think Grimes is a big difference maker inside. But you know, it's a team that competes on both ends of the floor, and they play well together.
Yeah, well, there is no place like home, and the Cowboys will have the Bulldogs right here in the Arena Auditorium Wednesday night, 7 o'clock, the tap time. Well, that's going to do it for us here on Inside Cowboy Basketball. For the head coach, I'm Dave Walsh. So long, everybody.